You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's RuPaul's Drag Race After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's RuPaul's Drag Race After Show.
Hi.
Everyone.
Bing.
Is.
For.
Doing.
And.
We're.
Here.
Doing.
Another. Insert title.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
For.
Season.
4.
Episode.
13.
Before we.
Entitled.
Oh, entitled.
The.
This sucks.
Final 3.
Bing is for doing. Make sure you're doing Bing, because we obviously can't do this shit, right? Next.
Hi, everyone. I'm your host, Kenny Harrison. Sitting next to me is.
Courtney Stewart.
On the couch, we have.
Natalie Bratney.
Across from me.
Jackie Borowski.
And finally.
Cameron Marston.
And we're here. We're back for another episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. We do apologize for the intro.
We tried to be cute. And
it didn't work.
It's okay. It's left over the game because clearly on our video screen we have the game AfterBuzz TV show. So
where's RuPaul?
So this is not the game. This is
Let's see.
RuPaul's
Who would be
Drag
most
Race.
likely to be a drag queen?
Any of the actors who
By
isn't
the way,
reoccurring anymore.
GCB?
Actually,
Glee?
can I make a
Game
comment?
Of Thrones? Let's go through all the G's.
Wendy Raquel's wigs are probably the best on the game
she's
than
had
any.
some accidents, but
Well,
mostly,
for the most part,
she's doing well.
Yeah.
Get it,
no
Wendy. We
gold
love you.
fingernail polish.
Well, see, what's her name? I was loving the gold nail polish.
Who?
Our little co-host from last.
Who had gold nail polish?
Okay, it doesn't matter. So.
Why they got the computer going? Very urban Johnny. That's why I'm calling you Johnny.
Oh.
You get Johnny.
Actually, that takes me back to we went to the screening, Cam and I and some friends. We went to a screening of Car Wash, and that kind of happened in the middle of the screening. Okay,
Secret
so
Circle.
final 3. What do you guys think of this episode?
Boo.
I like them. For once, I agree. Usually, Kenny's the one to say, "Oh, this was boring," and I'm like, "No," and I completely defend it. I got nothing.
Oh,
I got nothing. There was no. Why was it just the video? That's what I don't understand. Why was it just them shooting the video? They could have done so much more with that episode. P.S., which we've already seen before this episode came out. We had already seen the Glamazon video, so we didn't need to see like
the making
enormous amounts of making of it. You could have done that as like a recap show online.
That's true.
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch the episode?
No, the Glamazon video.
Oh.
Yeah, I hadn't seen the actual video on that.
But what do you guys think of the episode?
I think there were some things that they kind of shoved in there. Like, I have a feeling because they haven't decided. The reunion's tomorrow. Well, they probably have decided, but I think I'm stupid right now. But sorry, I think they tried to humanize Fifi a little bit in this episode.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Did it work for you?
I mean, she was punched by her dad, which is
Or put in the hospital.
awful.
Wow, that was those
like
eyes.
the hardcore eye roll.
I know.
It wasn't just like one. It was like flutter.
Wow.
That was whack.
What are your thoughts on that? Why? Just express your feelings.
So I always sympathize with the story, but
She was put in the hospital by her
pretty
father.
rough. I
That
mean,
is
she
pretty.
got-
That's,
no, it is.
jacked
It is
up.
rough. Oh no, I was telling Jackie. I appreciated the process that they showed with Chad Michaels and understanding Fifi and wanting to forgive her.
Or apologize.
That being said,
Apologize, yeah.
what bothers me about Fifi is not the drive. It's not the hunger. Hey, be hungry. You know, get your money, $100,000 at spotlight and attention. But when you do it, stepping on other people's backs the way she has, even though it's just verbal, you're literally taking other people down, not by your own talent. You're literally
Being nasty.
defaming them.
Yeah.
You're being nasty. You're not letting your talent lead you
Speak
there.
for
but
itself.
do you don't think that is a part of her growth? as Chad
No,
actually said.
I do, but that for me, that doesn't warrant that you should be the next drag superstar.
Are
I
you
agree with
referring
that.
to instances where she would give the other girls like bad advice before they would go on the runway?
On purpose.
Like
Yeah.
Julie, that one episode.
Yeah, no, it was very clear.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, she's hungry. Doesn't okay.
I
Shoot
want
me.
to remind everyone to download us on iTunes, make your comments, go to YouTube.
You've all
She's
gone
smirking
to.
because she wrote down iTunes to remind me, so I really appreciate that.
So let's plug iTunes. Go ahead.
So make your comments. We enjoy them, good and bad. You know, download us on iTunes.
And
On that
YouTube.
note,
On that note, you guys have been great for commenting on YouTube, but now please comment on iTunes.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes.
Make sure you're commenting
Put
on
us
it.
Go to
back
iTunes.
in the top 10 on iTunes.
Yes.
because
We want to be
YouTube,
number one.
YouTube was supposedly we're
YouTube
blowing it
is-
out the
we're
park.
blowing up. We're blowing up on YouTube. Thanks for that, but now blow up iTunes.
By the way,
Yes.
I rewatched the Willem episode, which was amazingly funny.
His
We all love
timing.
So
Willem.
thank you again to Willem for stopping by.
joining us.
So-
Shanji, where are you? We would like to see you in the studio.
We'll
It's
take
always
anybody, really.
that's always been my personal. I would love to speak with her one-on-one here in Iran studio. Courtney, your thoughts? Episode?
I mean, it was kind of lame. I kind of was like not even that excited about the runway and their outfits, which was kind
Yeah.
of sad for me. And I really was pissed off to know that we didn't get a selection of a winner. In addition, I wanted to empathize with Fifi and like feel really bad, and I did feel really bad, especially like being put in the hospital at 18 by your dad and knowing you haven't spoken
On
to
your
him in 7
birthday, I
years.
totally
Like,
got all that.
I totally
Yeah.
get that, but then I really kind of hated the whole Chad like I should let you be a 25-year-old asshole. That's your right. It's never your right to be an asshole ever.
My
At
thing with
any-
Chad is he's got such a good heart. Like Chad obviously has such a big, open, like warm heart that he almost to his detriment is too kind to people. It's like I'm sure Chad fell on his face like 100 times before he became who he is, and I'm sure lots of people do. And so it's Fifi's turn to fall on her face a bunch of times until she finally
And I don't think
gets it and becomes hopefully a more open person and a bigger hearted person instead of such a nasty stabby person.
And when did it become wrong to check somebody when they're wrong? Like, I don't feel
Agree.
like Chad stepped out of line at any point and was disrespectful to Fifi. Like, you have to be like me, bitch. Like, none of that. Like, if somebody's in the wrong, like, you have, especially as a supposed to be elder, like, I'm trying to, like, help you out.
Guide
You can
you,
give
yeah.
you your piece. Like, I'm not going to force you. You can lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink. I don't see anything wrong with what Chad did.
I think
and
in
I
that-
understand why the hell he was like, baby, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know.
Because
it's 'cause his
I
heart's
didn't
too big.
like it. I just didn't, it seemed, ugh.
well, I mean, let's call it what it is. Kenny, we're queer. We're queer. We're here. Chad has that soft character. Doesn't want to make waves as much as possible because you never know down the line when you're going to be in a situation. And
Where
I
you're
think
gonna-
she just wants to smooth it over. She doesn't take that stance. She kind of rides in the middle. That's why I don't. I like Sharon Needles, but
Sharon was like,
I'm okay
I'm
with
not
Chad.
gonna apologize.
Right? I'm okay with Sharon or Chad winning, but for me, that's why the judges constantly talk about show some character because she rides the safe zone. She's in the middle. She's professional. Don't get me wrong. She can dance. She's seasoned. My personal feelings about Chad are, I don't think it's fair that she has had work done, literal like injections in her face.
Right.
That being said, she beats Fifi. I'm fine with it, but the forgiving Fifi thing. I kind of thought that was like a cop out. Like,
Yes.
put her in check. As the older generation, 40 years old,
Yes.
you need to teach them that it's not okay to be that way. People go through shit, and we've talked about this over and over again. I'm here to help support you and help you move past that. Don't step on my back, bitch.
Well,
Just
it's a
saying.
competition. It is a competition.
Yeah.
But your
And-
talent should speak for itself. You don't got to drag me down to make you look better.
But she's
Kick you in
hungry.
your pooch.
Would you really? Mm-hmm. Okay. This is going to be. There's really nothing to talk about as far as in order of.
Oh.
I just want to just jump around. First of all,
Let's
I
do
want
it.
to.
Jump around.
I want to get your thoughts
Don't-
on the whole
don't-
situation
don't-
as far as picking a winner.
Up and get
Do you
down.
think? Now, here's my question. Now, am I wrong for thinking this? That
Yes.
the votes are going to count as far as who wins?
Right, that's what I'm
If
talking
that's the
what I meant to
case,
Isn't that
say.
saying
I
geniality?
think Sharon's gonna
No,
win
no,
because
no.
Sharon was trending on Twitter all last night.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know it.
Because at the end of the episode, they said go on Twitter and Facebook and
Right.
pick
Too bad I
your
watched
winner.
it today.
So
So she lip synced her ass off. I'm sorry.
I think she
did
was
the
the
best
best.
job.
She
Yeah.
did the best job.
However,
It was very faculty the
it
way
was-
she did that. The movie.
we also have to
She
keep
did
in
it
mind.
with snakes on her hands. Okay.
But listen, we have to keep in mind the editing, and I think she got
That's
a lot
true.
more like airtime as far
Yeah.
as editing.
Really, I think Fifi got a lot of. She was jumping around like a little Pop Tart. I felt like they showed her way too much.
And she was doing the same old like
Brittany,
Doing too much. Doing too
Yeah.
much.
garbage.
I think Sharon.
That's too hard.
And so was that wig trick. And she looked like a linebacker in that little onesie.
Her
I think the
Stone's
outfits. I think all the outfits. See, we are truly jumping around. I think all the outfits
sorry.
sucked.
I
I did
was
like.
not a
I did like
fan.
that Octopussy though.
I liked Octopussy. I did not like Sharon
Chad.
Chad's wig.
Right.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was weird.
But tell me you didn't. Okay, I was something else. That whole bodysuit she had, because
Chad.
she's
I love that
She's on
bodysuit.
point when it comes to body shaping.
Yes.
If she didn't have those thigh leg straps, I think that would have been a hot outfit. I didn't
I
like
can
the
see
thigh
that.
leg straps, right? You know,
Yeah,
if you're
yeah,
gonna go
yeah.
with the body like that,
Yeah.
go take those leg straps. It almost looks like she had running shorts on.
Even though
Versace
she's
or
not
not, I'm
thick,
sorry.
they made her look thick, and she's not a thick
No, no,
queen.
no.
Right.
But the straps just
Without those straps, I thought it was
weird.
I just think the wig
Yeah.
ruined it.
Well, even in the video that where the three of them are standing in front of her one at a time, that wig was jacked, wasn't it?
Yes.
And even
Ew.
though I think Sharon did the best job in the.
I didn't like Sharon's wig.
I didn't
and-
like her outfit. She didn't.
Yeah,
She needed to
the
suck her
gold.
stomach in. She needed
No,
Spanx.
she was like, "What's with the stomach?"
She looked like
pooch?"
she was kind of pregnant.
Yeah, no
Oh.
body shape.
Wait,
I liked
are we
her
talking
fingers.
runway or the
Runway.
The runway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't
We
care for-
apologize. We are jumping around,
Yeah,
but
no-
it's okay.
yeah.
Stick with it.
Talk about the video
Yeah.
and then talk about
I
the-
liked RuPaul's dress and hair and hat. That was my favorite
Believe
RuPaul
it.
dress, hair, hat situation
Dress was okay, I
for
really
the
liked
entire
the hat
season.
She looked
hair.
like she could go to the royal wedding.
Yes,
The hat.
I love the entire thing. That was my favorite for the entire.
And I loved
season.
her when she was sitting down with them for lunch and her hair.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Her wig.
I was so
first
mad
of
there
all,
was not
actually,
real food.
I want to bring up the whole Raja, and I didn't even recognize her. She looked like Beyonce.
With
Was
the
it
hair,
just me?
the red hair.
Raja?
I loved
no,
it.
Tyra
Tyra?
Sanchez.
I mean, she looked like Tyra Sanchez.
I love the red
didn't.
hair.
I didn't recognize her.
I didn't like that wig
lot
at
like
all.
Beyonce.
Cam
It was
like,
a hot
okay.
mess.
Now, okay, so we're talking about age. Do you think age has a defining factor in a winner? Because
Yeah.
Tyra is 21 and she won.
Well,
her
she's
season.
23. She won it. Yeah, right.
That's when
I think age only defines you if
you're an asshole.
you let it
Now-
define you. If you haven't grown or
Did you guys
you know?
remember that season? She was kind of an asshole,
But she was also fierce.
and Phoebe is not
Fifi
fierce.
is mediocre.
There's a difference. Here's the thing. It's like there's a difference between being able to stand up and take charge and be hungry for it, and then try and backstab everybody and basically sabotage other people on your way up.
Right.
Tyra was hungry, but I don't remember her stabbing anybody in the back.
Right.
She also.
I don't remember her
life experience.
sabotaging
She had a
people.
child. That
That's
changes
true.
you.
That's
that
true.
changes you. Do we have a phone call?
We do
I
have
heard
a phone call.
ring.
Yeah.
Right. What's your
Hello.
name?
Do we have a caller on the line?
Hello.
What's the phone sound effect?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Joe.
Hi.
Hello?
Is this,
Hello?
Is
Hi.
This,
Is this Jose?
Hey, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just going to give you an update from an official viewing site. I'm in Seattle, and
Oh.
I see the show every week live in the bar, with drag queens, lots of drag queens.
Wow.
First of all, can
Wait,
we,
you watch AfterBuzz
And the
in a
crowd
bar?
screaming and yelling.
Wait.
So I just wanted to tell you that we had logo Davisol badges, like for which team we support, Fifi or Sharon or Chad Michaels.
Mhm.
And people were throwing the Fifi badges back at the drag queen.
Oh.
now,
So
Miss-
not a good sign for
that is not good. Mystery caller, can we get your name?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting to just jump on the air. Yeah, my name's Ferris, and I'm a photographer, and I do fashion and street photography, and write about drag queens sometimes.
Oh.
So,
Well,
yeah.
thank you for
so-
calling. So, what team are you on? Obviously.
What is
Obviously
it?
not
Terror?
Fifi,
Yeah.
but
I'm on Team Latrice, actually.
oh, we were too. We
Well,
were
I
too.
was-
For the write-in vote.
Eat
You
it.
know, so actually, on my blog, I'm in the process of. I have a picture of Latrice wearing the crown and holding the check. They have the lizard do that every time.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make a write-in Latrice picture and start posting it on Tumblr tomorrow. So.
Oh, I love it. We'll have to check that out.
I like the fact that you are
Let's do
starting
it.
your
Let's
own
get her on
campaign.
All-Stars.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Yeah.
All Stars have already
Yeah,
been
so
determined.
my name's Farish, Farrish, and so just look on my blog. If you just Google Farish photos or Farish Carter,
Right on.
you'll be able to find it tomorrow. Actually, I just put up a picture of the badges, so if you go to my blog, you can see
Awesome.
what the badges look like. I just put it up like 10 minutes ago.
That's
Thank you,
awesome.
Ferris. We will definitely check it out. I wrote down your
We
info.
can tweet that and retweet
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I'm a big AfterBuzz fan. Yay!
Oh, we're so happy.
Make
We're
me
so
feel
happy to
good
hear
about
that.
Drag Race, and it's so nice to hear other people are excited about it because I think it's an awesome show.
Thank
So
you so
sweet.
much.
Thank you
for
so
calling.
Download us on iTunes.
Hey, and let me ask just two things. I mean, I heard you guys touch on both of them, but what is up? I mean, I really thought that Sharon, I was so disappointed in her final runway outfit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So are we. So are we.
Not her best.
I mean, I'd had a couple absolute cocktails by runway time, but I'm just still less than excited. I mean, if it had been like week 3 and she'd shown up like that, I wonder what the judges would have thought.
Well, my only problem was there was no kind of a theme for the runway, and
Yes.
they all
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
came
yeah.
out in leotards.
They
I think
were
they had
Amazons.
an opportunity to show their
They look like
their
they
best
lived in
outfit,
the
if
Amazon.
anything.
That's totally true. And you guys mentioned this a couple weeks ago. I think that they're very unclear sometimes about what the runway theme is.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't mention it.
And
Very well.
it seems like the judges really are, I mean, obviously the judges have been told what the theme is, and sometimes we aren't very clear on that. So they'll be very critical. And I'm like, well, what is the thing? I have to kind of figure out what the theme is. I wish they would write it in a blurb on the bottom of the screen or something. But,
Right.
yeah, so I was very disappointed in that. And then the other thing is, what happened to Tyra? Why does she look that way?
That's
The hair.
I liked it.
Her fiery
liked
I don't
burnt
know.
orange
Her,
hair.
her wig was a little busted.
Someone mentioned something about her hairline.
I like the volume of it. I didn't like the
Yeah.
hairline.
Yeah.
The hairline was
Not
jacked.
cute.
I
I
do
didn't
know
even
that. I think she
recognize
had
that.
braces for a little while, right?
Yeah, I think
now
she-
they're, now
I
they're
think-
off.
no, I think
she
they-
might have
she-
like Invisalign or
Yeah,
behind
yeah,
the
yeah.
rear braces or whatever. So she's not ugly. She's cute.
Right.
I liked her eyeliner.
Well, I mean, but she used to really be like sickeningly beautiful. I mean, I'm just watching the old episodes on
Netflix?
not Tumblr, on Netflix. You can catch that season on Netflix. She turns it out. She's gorgeous. And last night I was like, who is that?
Yeah,
I
her
thought the
shoes
same
were
thing.
really whack.
LA can do that to a queen.
She's all run down now.
Sorry.
So anyway.
Well,
yeah.
thank you.
Thank
Well,
you for
look,
calling
know,
in.
but yeah, so I'm glad to hear that other people were shocked by her appearance.
You're not the only one.
Well, you know what? Farish photos. We will check that out and tweet it out or retweet it. And
yep, we
Definitely.
Courtney's got you up over here
Pulling it up
as
right
we're
now.
speaking. So thank you for calling.
thank you very much for calling.
Yeah,
Thank you for
and
watching.
Go
Yes.
Latrice, and also Willem. If I can't have Latrice, I'm Willem.
Oh,
right.
all my,
Right, so are
my
we.
team basically got voted off. So
Oh.
I was Willem, Latrice, and Sharon for the finals.
Did you
So
love Willem on
my
our
team
show?
was
Wasn't he the funniest shit ever? Did you watch him on our show?
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
And he was awesome on you guys' show. That was
Amazing.
absolutely amazing.
His timing is off the chain.
Yeah, it's kind of too
Yeah,
too
totally.
good actually.
Totally. I agree
Well,
completely.
thank you again
But,
for calling.
thanks so much. Yeah, it was great talking to you guys. And maybe I can touch base with you.
Yeah,
the
call
last
us next week
Definitely.
and give us your feedback for next week as
Run
well.
it down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
All right,
Thank you,
guys have a
Farish.
great night.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye bye.
So there you have it.
Awesome.
We people in San Antonio that are watching us.
He's
Seattle.
in
Seattle, true.
Okay, Seattle too.
I thought he said the whole bar was watching our show.
No.
No, they're watching Drag
It's
Race.
like- it's
Okay,
like-
whole bar. You need to start watching our show too.
Yeah.
By
Download us
the
on
way,
iTunes.
I actually walked by. There's a bar in West Hollywood called Mickey's, and they do the Drag Race every Monday. And because I was at the gym while this show was actually airing, so as I was walking to my car, I saw everyone, and it was crowded on a Monday night. And this was after everything had been said and done. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get home. Can't wait to get home. And then I finally got home, and I was like,
Boom.
So what did Kenny do? Kenny went to Amazon,
I did.
but he realized that you can go to AfterBuzzTV.com.
Exactly.
And click on a banner that says Amazon.
And buy things.
And buy things.
And we know it sounds like a spiel, guys. We're not asking you to buy anything from AfterBuzz or AfterBuzz related. Just go through AfterBuzzTV.com to get to Amazon. It
helps us out a lot.
Helps us out.
Support us.
Yes.
Support us.
It's a win-win situation.
We understand the spiel, but we don't ask for much. We don't get paid here. We do it for fun. We do it for you guys. We think it's, we enjoy it. It's entertaining. But AfterBuzzTV.com, click on the Amazon banner at the top, and it'll redirect you to their site.
And go shopping.
Buy your shoes, and then go to iTunes and download us and make a comment.
And open-toe shoes, remember that. Toes should not be hanging off the edge, RuPaul.
No toe
What is
clips,
it called?
please.
Claw hangers?
Yeah, what
my
did you call
new
them? Claw
favorite
hangers?
term. Claw hangers.
Wait, so who had on open toe shoes?
RuPaul.
Oh, I missed that.
When they did-
When she was beating people up.
the 3 at a time. Yeah, her toes were
Cam
hanging
made
over
me
the
rewind
edge.
it. It was that offensive to him.
No, I didn't see it. I wasn't paying
Females trying, it doesn't matter. I mean, even guys, when you're...
You think Rue would know how to fix that? They sell things like at Aldo where you can keep your toes from going over your heel. I
true.
bought some.
Okay.
They sell inserts.
Attention to detail, obviously. We're going to go to a commercial. We're going to come right back, and then we are going to finish discussing the episode.
AfterBuzz.
AfterBuzz. TV.
At least I thought we were going to commercial.
So I can't.
I think we're back.
Hey, what up?
So did you
was no
catch that face?
commercial.
No, maybe.
Commercial.
So, what? I'm kind of stuck. Okay, so have we discussed everything?
Can we discuss how vulnerable Sharon was in this episode? I really appreciated that.
But I like Sharon. I didn't think Sharon was that
I
vulnerable.
felt when he was talking about his
Alaska?
partner when he couldn't dance. I thought he
That's
came out
true.
as vulnerable.
But you know what?
He wasn't
This is what I
But
like
he
about
saves
Sharon.
face. He will never break down. He
This
saves
is the,
face.
yeah. He tried his hardest about the whole dancing, and what they showed in the actual video wasn't that bad. As far as the boyfriend thing, I think that's a difficult situation. I mean, the boyfriend tried out 4 years and never got on.
Yes.
He tried out once and is in the final. I mean,
I would feel if it was me in that situation and I was dating that person, I would feel guilty or uncomfortable.
and how would you go back to dealing with that person once
Take
you
50,000.
Because after, and you have to remember, it's like they haven't talked to each other for this amount of time, I'm assuming, because
And they haven't
usually
announced
that's
a
the
winner yet.
case. And so
Yeah.
It's trending on
they
Twitter.
haven't talked for all this time, and then he's going to go back and say something to him. That's going to be a lot of built-up tension.
I can't read that.
Real quick. Sharon doesn't throw people under the bus. She doesn't make excuses about the lack of risk. She talks about, she's very open. I can dance. I suck. She doesn't throw people under the bus. She rips, but she doesn't rip to drag them down. It's just like she makes fun of herself and everybody else.
I did
I appreciate
rewatch that one episode where they were in the back and Kenya Michaels had just fucked up Beyonce, and Sharon was like, "I don't know what the hell you just said." She just started laughing, and I felt bad because Kenya Michaels just started crying, and that was kind of but the way she came back, she was like, I'm a monster, but I'm gonna give you a hug anyway because I can be a bitch, but it's all out of love. We're family.
Raja
blah,
said
blah,
the
blah.
same thing last season.
Yeah, so
you go.
I think Sharon, as far as I'm concerned, I think she should win.
Yes.
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 But
She has a soul.
Well, because they keep talking about who is going to be what face is the future of drag.
Right.
And Sharon is the next step. It's like you're taking something that's already different and making it more different.
when we saw that with Raja too,
Yeah.
her drag was very different from anything I've seen.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Oh,
What do you mean? Her voice.
Her voice. Oh.
Commercial.
Is it time?
AfterBuzz TV. Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after-shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
Okay, so we're back.
Hey, now.
Hey now, you're an
To our
all-star.
viewers, thank you for tuning in. If you're watching us tomorrow on iTunes, we apologize. We're kind of jumping around right now.
It's only because the episode itself, I feel, lacked direction.
Yeah.
And so I feel we are mirroring the lack of direction.
Exactly. So let's touch base real quick on the director, who I thought was freaking hilarious.
I loved him.
His name was Matthew Anderson.
And
I
that
think.
weird dog.
I thought he was hilarious.
So funny.
Animal, right?
And they were choreographed by Candace Kane.
Hey.
Which
Why did the director have an angry Ewok at his desk?
So funny.
And a beard
Why?
that could hide a family.
Why did the director all of a sudden, from last year to this year, acquire some kind of accent?
Yes!
It's the
Did it
same
change?
too.
Was it the same? Yes. Because he went to England like Madonna, and now she speaks with the British
And he had his dog stuffed. Anyway, so Candace Kane, choreographer, originally born Brendan McDaniels.
Nice.
Born in Maui, in Hawaii, born in 1971. She's a fraternal twin. But interesting enough, I thought she was post-op, but there's nothing definitive online about her having the surgery or not. There are, I found 3 blogs that state that they all personally know her, and she has not had the surgery, and her boyfriend of 6 years, no, and he's fine with it, and he has his daughter, and they live here in Los Angeles. He's a DJ, but she does fairly well. She moved from Hawaii to New York.
I thought it was a real lady until
I
you
thought
said
it was yeah. I thought it was related until Courtney asked me before we did the
I
game.
think he was a real lady.
So obviously,
Well, Natalie
obviously,
pointed out she had no Adam's apple, and so we were like,
well,
really?
and the reason why, and I text Cameron right before we went on for the game because I figured he'd know better.
I thought I
than
knew.
me.
I thought I knew, but
So-
no, there's nothing definitive. And she says that for her, that's not the important part of her life. Everybody wants to know, and I think it's part of staying relevant because if you don't, if you tell an answer, people move on. She does do a lot of nonprofit assistance too, as well. But she started her transition as far as hormones and all that kind of therapy in 1996.
wow.
As far as Adam's apple, I know I've heard of people having their Adam's apple shaved down,
Removed?
It
Can you
has to
remove it?
hurt.
I don't know about removing, but you
Yeah.
can shave it down. 'Cause it's
Interesting.
cartilage, right? Yeah, she's fierce and all that, but sometimes you can tell.
I don't think that, but the
She was good at the
choreography.
choreography. Thank
yeah.
you. Fierce as what?
Well, here's the thing: is the choreography for anybody who's ever danced and done choreography was completely minimal, which I understand because this is not RuPaul's Dance Race.
This ain't RuPaul's
This
best
ain't RuPaul's
friend.
best friend race.
You gotta do the hair toss.
She was on the show for what, like two
episodes.
episodes, and
That's the
that is
only
gonna,
thing I remember.
That is gonna stick forever.
Oh God.
But even when they edited the Glamazon
Video.
at the end, you don't even see the
That-
choreography.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah.
It's like you see people walking for like 2 seconds,
'cause it
and
was
they're
whack.
split up. They're split up in the final video. They're not even, for the most part, like making movements
well, they're
next to each other.
stomping on people.
Yeah, and then there's all the CGI in the background. You wouldn't know the difference.
Well, obviously, it was for writing. I mean, did she really need to get a tranny choreographer?
No.
It was for the show. Let's just be
And
honest
that's
about
nothing
it.
wrong with that.
No, I mean, yeah, nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, but
Is she actually a choreographer?
for trannies, I would assume,
General?
I don't know if
you
she's
know
taught in
whether-
any school.
If you know whether or not she's a choreographer,
Let us
call
know.
in. Let us
Okay.
know.
Or comment on
Candace
iTunes.
Kane, she's sick. I mean, amongst the drag, like I said, there's drag pageants. She was a winner of Miss Continental, which is a huge drag pageant contest nationally. She won that, I think, in 2001. Maybe I could be totally wrong, but that's another thing that ends me to say that she didn't have the surgery because for most drag pageants, you can't be post-op.
Right.
A lot of them do operation after winning because they get the money, but
Wasn't there a contestant on this show a couple of seasons ago that was post or about to be post
pre-op, I think.
And
Forget.
she did the Lady Gaga. I mean, I don't know if it was this or last season or 2 seasons ago, but she got kicked off early, and there was speculation because she came on the reunion show and confessed that she was post off. But anyway, what else did we miss?
Well, the clip show. Did anybody? I mean, the clip show. The thing. I just feel like the clip show could have been, aired right after this show almost.
What's the clip show? I'm sorry.
The
Last-
clip show
last
was
week's episode.
last week's episode that we couldn't even screen because it was just a bunch of clips.
Right.
And I feel like instead of having that as a slot in its own, and this all has to do with programming logo. It already has a problem with it. It's like you could lead this into this show or do it after as kind of like a, hey, look where they've come to now. Instead of like, I mean, I screened it before coming over here because I didn't want to just watch it by itself.
Right.
Because it just seemed to me like...
Well, I think the whole purpose of doing it the way they did it was to not throw you off, to hint that something might... This was supposed to be a surprise. The whole, we're not going to announce a winner tonight, we're going to do it in the reunion, was the whole big surprise.
I feel like a lot of things about this season have been like RuPaul's Blue Balls race because we had like...
I'm sorry, I got that.
We had like Willem randomly get kicked off, and then Latrice, that was a shocking exit. And now it's like, you wonder what Willem did, and now you're going to wonder who's the next drag superstar. It's a lot of
They
weird.
want the
admit it,
reunion
and-
to get ratings.
Exactly,
Yes.
and admit it, the last two reunions or the reunion shows have sucked. There was nothing, nothing happened.
Well, let's be
No,
smart.
it's
RuPaul
smart,
wants
it's
to
smart.
cement her place in Logo's lineup.
Right.
No, it's smart. It's
So,
smart.
so
But
this is
it's
gonna change.
still-
This is gonna change it up. I'm trying to go back and think of anything that stood out from last week's episode. That
Let's move on.
What stood out to me in last week's episode was I was reminded of some people that actually were on the show still that had been on the show
Yeah.
because you completely forget about them when you get
Right.
wrapped up once you get down through the final like group of people.
Mm-hmm.
But Fifi in her video, she was like, I just want to be sisters and friends with everyone. That is what got to me when it stood out because I was like, she is making it seem like she wants to be everybody's BFF, and that is not the case.
we know that.
I know, but I was just irritated by it. I was like, why is that in your audition?
You don't like Fifi, do you?
No, I love Fifi. Just
okay.
kidding.
Anything else? Did
Oh.
we cover everything?
I also liked in the clip show, the sop up on a biscuit conversation.
It made me so hungry.
Made me so hungry.
I wanted.
I didn't.
Some
Latrice
Popeyes.
calls everybody too Anglo-Saxon because they don't know what a sop
Yeah, I didn't know
of a
why they didn't
biscuit
get it,
is.
but hey, whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, girl,
Okay, that's it.
country, get out.
Please, what it be?
I wanted to talk about because we did A-list, right?
Yes.
We did A-list, and Rodney and Riken are on couples therapy.
Right.
And so I just so happened,
That's who that is.
I just so happened to catch an episode of couples therapy.
did, I caught one
Not that I'm
today.
plugging
Wait,
out.
now here's my question because I actually have not seen them on couples therapy. Are they on as a couple?
Rodney had no lines in this episode. What it was it was a bullying episode, and the entire group was there, and they had Jonah Mowry. If you didn't know about Jonah Mowry,
yeah.
he was the one who had the YouTube video
Yes.
where he is no talking. It's just him and his, what do you call it? Cue
cards.
Cue
No,
cards.
no, there's
Index
another-
cards.
The index cards,
Yeah.
and how he was bullied and bagging and all that kind of stuff. And I want to apologize because me and Jesse did not believe that whole little thing. And I'm not saying that it's always true, but so they came on and the mom was there, and the mom introduced him and how he's doing a lot better. But it was interesting how the
What network is couples therapy? Is that
VH1,
yeah, it was a little weird. But
Which one has a lot of weird coupley therapy
yeah,
shows?
I didn't get the premise, but so they all give him a hug and be supportive, and the mom cried because she got a lot of flack after his whole YouTube thing
Why did she get flack for it?
as his parent.
As a parent?
As his
It's
parent,
kind of maybe she comes off as like neglecting or not.
Oh,
always. I mean,
it's up.
oh Lord,
It's very sad, and I remember seeing it the first time, and I was bawling.
my
I was
well,
bawling.
a lot of people ripped and said that it was all for YouTube. It was all like for show,
for show.
And that's I fell into that grouping.
Well, I guess we're moving into the special topic.
Why not? Let's do it.
My thing is
'Cause Courtney
a lot
explained
of
I was
Shit on
confused as hell. Like, is he gonna make this mean something for RuPaul's Drag Race? Or are
no,
we moving to a new
because
topic?
there are a lot of things that are on YouTube that you wonder the authenticity,
yes.
and you wonder how genuine it is.
Right.
Agreed.
You know
That's
what I mean?
but that's the whole question behind reality TV. You wonder how authentic certain performances, certain people are on certain shows, and then you wonder if their personalities transcend into real life. And
Okay, we'll tie this back into, that's a good point, and tie this back into the whole Willem and Fifi thing. okay, that episode when Willem got kicked off for breaking the rules. Okay, and she mentioned when she was here that she'd been breaking rules since day one.
Everybody knew about it.
And everyone knew about it.
Co-conspirators.
So,
Thieving.
and I think this goes to the whole reality TV that, okay, why they picked the perfect episode because obviously you have 2 of the 3 top finalists going head to head in a lip sync for your life in that particular episode, and now we're bringing Willem up to eliminate her. Do you see where I'm going with this? You know how like we all know that reality TV is contrived.
Well, I mean, it's contrived in the sense that you, especially in like a competition show, you are going to get tons of submissions, and you're picking out the right people to put in the right scenarios, and how they act is up to them, you know? And I think that then you put them in certain situations, whereas I think that a lot of times they're, you know, instead of what we see them like assigning, you know, the person who wins the first mini challenge will assign something. I really think it's the producers being like, okay, this is going to cause the most controversy, so put this person with this thing.
Right.
Oh, I definitely agree with that.
Well, we saw that with the dads. I mean, that whole...
The dads,
they
the
lined the
dogs.
dads up. They gave the black guy to Latrice. They gave the Latin guy to Kenya Michaels. I just thought that was all like...
Yeah.
They specifically brought one of each for, you know...
Yes.
And it was just like,
yeah.
It's contrived.
But then it's hard. So then your level of believability as far as knowing things like that, your level of believability goes into like watching YouTube videos or watching this or that. You wonder how much of what is real or not.
Right. I have a question for you guys. What do you guys think of the rehearsal of the lip sync for your life?
I wonder how much time they get to.
I think
memorize the
I think
song.
they're told long ahead of time, so they all prepare. What do
you
you
got to. You've
well,
got to
how
prepare for
different? How
that.
different would it be if you just randomly picked the song and you had 2 people lip sync?
What if they don't know
Well, I think
Yeah,
per
that's the problem.
episode. I think per episode they say heads up for if you get picked. This is the song you sing.
Yeah.
So I assume they only get like 1 or 2 days per song.
I believe they're given a whole week. It's basically
Yeah.
a week
It's
between
a week,
challenges.
right?
Yeah.
Oh,
You get a
okay.
week.
Yeah.
But I mean, here's the thing. I don't like people doing karaoke when they don't know the song. So I don't think I would like watching RuPaul's Drag Race with 2 fish
it
out of
wouldn't be
water people
entertaining.
trying to lip sync. I would be like,
There's certain
ugh.
songs that everyone knows.
For me, it'd be
Yeah.
funny. It's like, bitch, get off the stage.
And
Go
I'm
on, why
sure
are
they
you
know.
here?
I'm sure they know all of RuPaul's song. I'm sure that's played.
Well, like
in the
Vogue, they did that
background.
one week.
Well,
and
Kenya didn't know anything. Anyway.
But I think part of
doesn't
it
speak out the
part of
language.
it for RuPaul's Drag Race though is promoting certain songs that
Right.
may or may not be popular.
I think it's
Like
promoting
they had,
her entire brand. On
right,
the
but I
shoes
mean,
and the-
some of it corresponds to who's the judge. Some of it corresponds to what the theme of the episode is. And I think that if it was just popular music, or if it was, I mean, it gives everybody an equal chance to be prepared for that song. Because what if you're like a person from area A that's never heard that song, and because you didn't live in a certain place or time or whatever, like Kenya Michaels is not going to know all those songs. That's not fair.
Well, she shouldn't be on the contest. Anyway.
can
Don't
dance.
fuck it up.
Tell us your thoughts. Call us 424-256-1729. And now we are going to wrap things up, and we're going to go into our predictions for the. It's not the finale. Well, because
the reunion.
this was supposed to be the finale.
Yeah.
Now
This
we're-
was the finale.
yeah. So what do you guys? All right, who's gonna win?
Sharon. Meadows.
Sharon.
And if
I-
she doesn't, it's gonna be a riot.
You think so?
I think I wish Chad would win because Chad is like my personal like favorite.
Right.
But I think Sharon's gonna win because she is the future of drag.
Natalie,
Natalie.
I think Sharon.
Cameron.
as long as it ain't Fifi.
Yeah, right.
And I'm gonna stick to it. I think
not.
Fifi is gonna win.
They cannot let Fifi
I'm not
win,
saying that
Kevin.
I like her, but I think that she is probably.
But according to like Top Model, Run, like America's, all those
Right.
competition show rules, I can see
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
she's gonna win. All right, that is all. We will be
That
here
tacky onesie.
next week. We're gonna hopefully get Jesse and Mikey back to have a reunion of sorts of our own. And that is it. Thank you for watching. iTunes. Don't forget YouTube.
Rate and comment. iTunes.
Go to
Subscribe.
AfterBuzz TV for Amazon.
AfterBuzzTV.com. Amazon banner on top. Hit it.
And we're done.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.